Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel.
I'm Ashton, and I'm transgender. This is me. This is my life. I'm not going anywhere.
Welcome back to my channel. Okie dokie, so today I'm going to talk about pregnancy. I was once upon a time pregnant. 4 times I was pregnant. But I have 2 boys now, 2 surviving boys. Yeah, we're gonna talk about pregnancy. I'll show you some before and after photos, maybe the pregnant belly and everything. When I was pregnant, it was all pre-transition. At that time, I may have had an idea, maybe that I needed to transition, but I just wasn't fully aware of it. So I was identifying as female. I was in a heterosexual relationship. Um, I was in that relationship for 8 years. The pregnancy that I had, the babies were conceived naturally. I didn't freeze any eggs or do anything like that. And still, I never did get eggs frozen. So it's been 2.5 years since I decided to transition, and I've only been on testosterone for 1.5 years. I did consider freezing eggs, but the treatment for that was insanely expensive, and I would have to do 2 treatments to get a 50% chance. So I was looking at over $50,000. So I was like, no, no, I have a better chance of getting pregnant naturally than actually freezing my eggs. So that's if my body ever does allow it. I'm 37 now, so, and being on T for a year and a half, things tend to slow down and may not want to cooperate. But yeah, getting pregnant. That was getting pregnant. I growing up, I always did want to have children, and I always did want to become pregnant. And I think that even if I hadn't had kids now, I would still want to become pregnant. You know, I'm okay with that. But of course, steps in order to do that would change. You know, for one, it is unsafe for a fetus if you're still on testosterone and you get pregnant. So there are steps that you have to take, that you should take. If you have already started testosterone and you want to become pregnant, definitely talk to your doctor if you want to do it naturally and safely. Pregnancy did feel natural to me because I've always been in touch with that female side of myself. But at the same time, deep down, it also felt like it was strange. I guess it's just because deep down in my mind, I was male. You know, I felt male, and it was just kind of like a conflict. It was really really strange, really hard to explain, but still really great. I'm very thankful for it, and I'm blessed. I feel lucky that I was able to have biological children. I have always been an extremely high risk pregnancy, and there are many reasons why I was high risk. My 2 boys that did survive, I'm very lucky to have them. You know, I almost died with my first one, and the second one went a lot better because we were aware of certain situations and certain things. And then the third and fourth, that's a whole different video. Maybe we'll see. Um, but yeah, pregnancy, it can be complicated, but it's also very great too, and it can also be very simple. Don't get me wrong. I consider myself very lucky that my belly went back to where I didn't get any stretch marks. That's mostly usually like a genetic thing, so genetically blessed in that regard. My breasts, when I was pregnant, I breastfed my boys. When I was pregnant and after having babies, uh, they were out to here. They were gazungas. They were big, full of milk, and I did breastfeed my kids, and they drank them, but they went right back down. And even after the loss of my third and fourth pregnancy, I still had to deal with larger breasts. My body still thought that I had, you know, babies to breastfeed. But so that was definitely difficult. But the even after that fluctuation, I was still able to get keyhole surgery. There are some other revision surgeries that I do need to get, but I'm very lucky. So yeah, pregnancy is quite an exciting, amazing feeling. I'm so happy I was able to experience it. So what I do find very interesting about the human body is how adaptable it is. you know, um, if you look at before photos, me being when I identified as female and I was pregnant, to how I am now just by HRT alone, taking testosterone, it's your body just is so amazing. All these hormonal changes and how hormones affect your body and how it presents physically is astounding. I know that after childbirth, at least with most people, hips they get wider and and naturally, biological female hips are going to be wider. Some show more than others. Mine don't really show that much, so in this case, I'm very lucky for that. Which is probably why my first son got stuck. Because I was so narrow. I was really petite. But if you decide ever to get pregnant, even though you are taking testosterone, go off the testosterone, talk to your doctor, take prenatal vitamins. Just because you're transgender does not mean you can avoid that stuff, Folic acid, very important to take if you decide to get pregnant. Yeah, and even me now, I present as a guy. I identify as male. Yes, biologically I am female. I understand that. And yes, I still do have a vagina. I haven't had any bottom surgery. I may get a type of bottom surgery in the future, but I will always keep keep my vagina because that's a decision I want to make for now. And yeah, I if I wanted to, I probably could become pregnant again, and I am still okay with that. And so when it comes to intercourse, I would have intercourse the same way that that a male and a female would have intercourse, because I have a vagina, or I could have intercourse the same way as two guys have intercourse, because I also have a strap on. Which I'm not gonna put that in there. So yeah, there are. You can pretty much have intercourse any way you want. The decisions that I make right now, I don't have a partner right now. And I don't know how my decisions will change in the future, how I'll feel in the future, depending on my partner or myself or just how I feel, I'm pretty open-minded, so I just kind of go with how I feel. I am a gay guy. I like men, but I am not dead set on just one thing. I'm pretty open-minded. So another thing about intercourse, just because a trans man has a vagina doesn't mean he wants to be penetrated, and just because a trans woman has a penis doesn't mean that that she wants to penetrate. That also goes for anyone. not just trans people. It goes for anyone. Just because they have it doesn't mean they want to use it. Just because they have it doesn't mean it needs to be used. So, respect. One other thing. If you are trans and you want to get pregnant, do not avoid the gynecologist. Go to your appointments. It's going to be weird, but you have to do it. It's very important. Talk to your gynecologist. Maybe you can pick an appointment at the very end of the day. Maybe the last appointment. I'm sure your gynecologist would work something out. You know, I just can't wait for that one day I can be involved in a conversation, be like, guys don't know what it's like to birth a child. This guy does. I know what it's like. It hurts. But it's worth it. And yes, we would do it again. Because it's a life. You're creating a life. That trumps the pain. I really don't like that word. That's more important than the pain is that life that you're creating in there. So yeah, we will tear ourselves apart from the inside over and over again for that. Absolutely. You'd have to be crazy not to. I hope you enjoyed this video and you feel a little bit more comfortable about, pregnancy and transition and how that may or may not tie together. If you are transgender, absolutely, your body, you can do what you want with it. If you want to get pregnant, by all means. It's beautiful. Like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will talk to you soon.